Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of Obakasa. Thank you so much for joining me once again. It's always a pleasure coming your way every Thursday at 3 p.m. here on YouTube at Obakasa. Thank you so much for joining me once again. So between women with children and women without children, who do you think makes most wealth? Women with children are mothers, and women without children, single ladies or ladies without children, who do you think makes most wealth? So poverty rates are higher for women than men, and in my opinion, I think that because of our cultural values and norms, some women are really not making it a point to aspire to be financially independent. I mean, culturally, a man is supposed to provide and a woman is supposed to be the helper. So lots of women are really not finding themselves in positions to really want to be financially independent because they think that the man is going to provide at the end of the day. So why do I have to bother myself? Why do I have to work? So that is why most women find themselves in that position, amongst a lot of reasons and a couple of values that hold women back and stifle their economic independence, which I strongly believe that is the reason for inequality. But that is a topic for another discussion. So let's get straight into this. When it comes to economic empowerment, I think that women in general are basically disregarded when policies and initiatives are being put in place to ensure economic growth. I mean, how many women receive funding from government whenever they're embarking on any project? It's sometimes very difficult for a woman to even get a loan from a bank. Let the truth be told. So if you think that this is all lies, please start supporting our women so that they can do something for themselves to better their economic standards. You sometimes think about the domestic responsibilities of our mothers and how much wealth they could have accrued all these years of their services at home. Do you sometimes think about it? If my mother was being paid for all the time she was working from the kitchen to wherever, all these years, this woman would have been a billionaire by now. But she is just performing her duties as a mother, so she's not being paid. But as compared to the single ladies, they really invest their time in things that are really profitable money-wise. So you see why most times the single ladies have money than their mothers. Women, when they become mothers, start thinking differently, and in some conditions, due to the working condition of some women, they'll rather quit their jobs, their well-paid jobs, to become full-time mothers to care for their young ones. Do you think that could be a reason why most mothers find themselves in the poverty line as compared to the single women or women without children? If you've been to interviews, if you're a woman of a particular age, most of the times they're going to ask you if you have children or you're planning to get married anytime soon. Simply because most of these offices or most of these companies do not make provisions for women with children or women who are having that domestic responsibility. They don't make the working condition conducive for such women. And that is why they ask those questions. It is as simple as that. So these are some of the reasons why women are fighting for that right for women with children in the office space, so that every woman, whether you have a child or not, you can be able to work for economic independence. Most women are becoming entrepreneurs, which is one sure way of removing oneself from the poverty range. But how many of them are mothers? And shout out to our Makala women, the women who own businesses, and our market women. But how many of them are able to accrue wealth over a period of time? Just a little percentage of these women are able to become wealthy. Most of the monies they get are channeled into the welfare of their children. And I'm not saying that men do not take care of their children, but most times women also contribute either directly or indirectly, and sometimes even more. So most single ladies only take care of themselves and their well-being. They do not have any responsibility whatsoever towards another human being. So you can understand why single ladies have money more than our mothers. I wasn't going to talk about this concept, but I think it is very important to this topic. The blesser and the blessee. I'm sure you know this. It is where some women indulge in sexual relations with older men to ensure financial stability. Monies that are supposed to be given to their wives are given to women. So why won't they be richer than our mothers? I just want you to think about this, all right? Our women or our mothers are really doing exceptionally great for themselves and for their children. So we need to appreciate them more, because some women hope is their children. Tell me all about it in the comment section if you think that women without children are richer than our mothers, or vice versa. I want to hear all about it. Tell me why you think your claim is so. Thank you so much for joining me once again. It's always a pleasure hanging around with you. I'll see you next week Thursday for another insightful episode. Bye guys.